Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Talisha, aka Sarcastically. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this natural looking hairstyle. So if you guys want to see how I did it, keep watching. So here is my braiding pattern. It's very simple, just cornrows in the back, braided down the middle. I didn't want to make it too neat because I'm not keeping this for very long. The hair in the front, you can just put it in a ponytail because it's going to be out anyway. This is the hair that I am using. It's the Collections-Afro twist in the color 1B. And we're going to get into it. So I take 2 strands of the hair and I just cut it down the middle. And once I've done that, I'm going to fold it once more, get a grip of it, and just start brushing it out with a weave brush. And the reason you're doing this is to take out that pattern that's already in the hair. You do not want that zigzag in it because it's going to mess with the curl pattern that you're going to create. So make sure that you brush it out as much as you can. So once I brush all the hair out, I'm going to start crocheting it into my head. I just take half of that strand that you just saw me brushing out and I just start crocheting it as usual. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that can show you how to do this, but basically you just put the needle through your braid, add the hair onto the latch, close it, and then pull the hair through the loop. When I get to the top or the middle part, as you can see, I start to do it in the invisible style, I'm sorry. So what I do is I take the same process, but instead of pulling both strands of the hair through the loop, I take one side and pull it through the loop, and the other side covers over the knot so you don't see it. And that's basically how you do it. So I'm going to do this throughout my whole entire head, and once I get to the top, I'll continue and let you guys see what I'm doing. So once I'm done with that back section, I'm going to get started on the front, and I'm just using my main choice. Doesn't get much better than this hair dressing, and I really love this. It's just very good for moisturizing. So I'm going to do that as I take down my braids. My hair is a little damp because I had just washed it before doing this, so just keep on watching. So after I finish unbraiding, I'm just going to start parting my hair off. First, I part down the middle just to make sure that the front is at an even part. And then I'm going to start to part off the sides so that I can make 2 braids in the front of my head. So now that I'm finished with the 2 braids, I'm going to start on the section that's left out, and I'm just taking that same Shine and Jam gel that you saw me use earlier on the braids, and I'm just gelling it up. And this gel is honestly the truth. Like, if I just leave it on, it stays in place. It works so well with my hair. I just love this gel so much. So I'm just brushing it in and putting it up, and I'm just going to put this right into a ponytail. And I would say to use a rubber band instead of a scrunchie because it makes the process of taking it out a lot harder. Whereas if you were to use a rubber band, you can just literally cut it out. So I would say to learn from my mistake and do that. but I'm just putting it into a tiny little bun now. And next I'm going to start to crochet around that bun and get some hair up there so I can twist it around and make it a little bit bigger. So once I'm done crocheting everything in, I'm just going to separate it into 2 sections and do a quick 2-strand twist. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to wrap the hair around the bun. So now that that is done, I'm going to start on the back section. Honestly, I really liked it, but because I wanted to give it a little bit of a curl, I decided to go ahead with my plans anyway. So I'm just going to take the hair into a couple of sections. I think I did about 6 different sections. And I braid it down naturally as a regular braid. I twist the ends and then I'm going to add the curlers. And in the video, you'll see that I used flexi rods, but I ended up changing it and using perm rods, but I did follow the same process. The reason being is I wanted the ends to be a little bit more curly, and I also ended up adding hair to the little section that you might see is missing. So yeah, I added a little bit more hair, and then I changed the flexi rods into perm rods, but everything else is the exact same steps. So now I'm just dipping the hair into some hot water, and I'm using a electric kettle to make this a lot easier. You can just boil some water in the regular kettle and put it in another container, but that's what I did. I dried it off with a towel a little bit, and now I'm gonna set it with some setting lotion. This is not the olive oil that's in the bottle, it's actually a Lotta body setting lotion. And I'm just doing that so that the curls can actually set into the hair and actually form. So after sitting and letting the hair dry for an hour or two, I'm going to start taking it down. As you can see, the ends are really curly when I use the perm rods. And I'm just going to start to unbraid it one by one. And once I unbraid it, I'm then going to fluff it out with my fingers, because I don't want the curls to be too tight. I want it to be loose and fluffy and look more natural. So I just separate it with my fingers, and you'll see me doing that. And here is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love this hairstyle so much. It really looks like it's mine. Everyone that sees it and asks about it really thinks that it's my hair. And if you do too, just comment down below, like and subscribe. And once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.